in the early days, so while I was at school even, I was developing the first prototype, and we started to take it out that summer after I graduated to different, we went to some YMCA summer camps, but then we started going to larger events like the Maker Faire. We went to New York City Maker Faire, which is a huge event. And at those events, it was really about showing what we were in the middle of building and showing where we were planning to go. So we had usually we'd bring like 1 or 2 prototypes. We did 24 iterations of our prototype total before we launched the product and went to manufacturing and everything like that. So we were really testing always something different. Some of the prototypes we were testing the gameplay. Some of it we were testing more the software. Some of it was more this is what it might look like, but it actually doesn't function. So we just try to do all these kinds of things. And we did a lot of we would survey customers at the events, or just mostly just have conversations with them, with the people who would eventually become our users, and show them what we were up to and let them try and obviously let them play a few games. That was our piece. And then just listen and observe, especially too, is we'd always have one person there just kind of watching and see if you notice anything interesting about what's going on. And so using it that way, but then we were always collecting information because people would get really excited about what was coming and that they were seeing it so early in the journey. Before we'd even gone to Kickstarter, before it even looked like a product, our early versions had wires everywhere, and they were not Bluetooth. They had a long USB cable connecting it to a computer, everything. So they were excited to be part of that and give us feedback. And then I tried to collect all the emails and then would try to email and sometimes it was every month, but often it was more like every quarter. We try to send an email to that list and just keep the community informed about what we were doing, what our next steps were. And that's something I continue to do with the people that I meet who are interested in Unruly. So we have an email list going, and I do it with people who are interested in investing as well. And I just keep people up to date and take them along for the journey. And that's been what's worked really well for us, because every now and then we need help on something, or we have a certain challenge, and we can just always reach out to that community, and we almost always get an answer really quickly, or an introduction, or they like to share in the journey, and always sharing them, both our successes but also our challenges, because that's what's the most helpful to talk with that community about.